Before I start my presentation, I want to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I attended Tucson course in the spring of 1987 with my wife. After the course, I have treated all my patients with O2 standard edgewise appliance. The case I am going to present is Anglo-Cross 2 open bite Malocculusion treated by Tweed technique and deep muscular training was performed after debonding. The patient is 27-year, 11-month-old Japanese female. She has anterior open bite and crowded teeth. The face was symmetrical in the frontal view. The lips were protrusive in lateral view. Orbicularis oris strains were noted on the lip closet. There was nothing particular in her medical and dental history. The frontal view of the dental arches. The anterior teeth is open bite and crowding. The dental midline were divided with the lower dental midline divided 3 mm right to the upper midline. The overjet was 5 mm and the overbite was -2 mm. In the lateral view, the right molar relationship was Anglo-Cross 1 and the left molar was Anglo-Cross 2. Left upper canine and right lower canine were divergent to the labial side. There was a severe amount of crowding in both the upper and lower arch. The panoramic X-ray shows no root resorption and the alveolar bone level are normal. All 4 third molars were absent. The slide shows cephalograms and cephalometric measurements. The lateral cephalogram shows protrusion of upper incisors and lips. SNB 70 degrees indicated mandibular retrorusion. The Tweed triangle were FMIA 46, FMA 28, and IFPA 106. The lips were protruded with the angle of 63. As a result of cranial facial analysis, the cranial facial difficulty total 54 with a difficulty of 14 from the angle of 7 degrees below normal range and a difficulty of 40 from SNB of 8 degrees below normal range. This shows the result of space analysis. The total anterior difficulty is 26 with a large head film discrepancy of 14 millimeters. A result, the total space analysis deficit 27 and the total space analysis difficulty deficit is 34. For these numbers, the total difficulty is 88, indicating that the case is moderately difficult to treat. The treatment plan is as following. First, extraction of upper first bicuspid of both sides, lower right first bicuspid and lower left second bicuspid. Second, eliminate the crowding. Third, apply the lower incisor. Fourth, improve anterior overjet and overbite. Fifth, establish a solid occlusion. Sixth, create the neutral zone. The active treatment ended in 24 months. A hyperheadgear was applied to the patient 3 months after the brace had been onset. The frontal view of the face shows an improved lip counter without orbicularis oris strain. A well-balanced, pleasing facial profile was obtained, for the lips were retracted, and also the strain of the mental region was gone because of the protrusion of the anterior teeth was improved. The crowding was eliminated and the dental midlines became coincident. The overjet decreased from 5 mm to 1 mm, and the overbite from -2 mm to +1 mm. The light-molar relationship was improved from angle class 2 to class 1. The lateral view shows good intercuspation of the teeth on the both sides. The second molar was discrete and the Tweed occlusion was created. The crowding was eliminated in the upper and lower arch, and also the symmetrical and U-shaped arches form was established. The slide shows a post-treatment panoramic X-ray. Root parallelism was established after treatment. The lower terminal molars incline distal on both sides. No change is observed in alveolar bone height. There is no obvious root resorption. Lateral cephalogram after treatment. The flaring of the upper central incisors were corrected and the lower incisors were applied, resulting in a good profile improvement. The curve speed was also improved. The post-treatment cephalometric analysis shows favorable changes in FMIA from 46 to 52, IMPA from 106 to 100, FMA and SNB no change, and ANB from 4 to 3, AOBO from 2 mm to -6 mm, occlusal plane from 12 degrees to 19 degrees. The angle from 63 degrees to 74 degrees. Superimposition on the SN plane shows the upper and lower lips move back 4 mm. Maxillary superimposition on the palatal plane reveals that there is no displacement occurs on the upper worst molar. The upper central incisors was intruded 1 mm at the root apex and detracted 10 mm at the incisor edge. Superimposition on the mandibular plane shows that the lower first molar was moved measuring 2 mm. The lower central incisors was intruded 4 mm at the root apex and moved fingering 5 mm at the incisor edge. Active treatment period is the period to make up the proper teeth alignment, while the retention period is to improve the mastication function. In order to gain proper mastication function of the teeth, I used to give patients 3 instructions at the very beginning of the retention period. First, do not bite the food with only one side of the tension when chewing. Do not drink the beverage before the food beginning swallow. Third, bite off with the anterior teeth. First and second, very important for recovery of proper mastication function. To drink the beverage will fasten the food beginning swallowed without chewing. In order to increase the time of chewing for solid food, the beverage and solid food should be taken separately. Third is very important for the anterior teeth to be able to set at a neutral zone which is pressure-free between lips and the tongue. The more you bite with front teeth, the better the teeth will function and also strengthen the lip muscle that will counterbalance the pressure coming from the backside tongue. I instructed to do the training with the labia oris muscular exercise appliance, which is called patacala in the retention period. Patacala is made of elastic resin and can be bending easily. How to use patacala? At first, we close the front leaves of the appliance and insert the leaves in between lips and teeth. Then tell the patient doing closed lip exercise for 3 minutes each time and 4 times a day. 3 months particular training will raise the patient lip muscle pressure up to 1.5 times. Next several slides is the pre-treatment and the one after 2-year retention with lip muscular training. Pre-treatment on the left and after retention on the right. The frontal view of the face shows an improved lip counter without orbicular strength. And the mimic muscle is activated and it seems that the orbicular are tightened. Facial profiles pre-treatment and after retention. A well-balanced pleasing facial profile was obtained as the lips were retracted. A profile line was also greatly improved. Intraoral photographs pre-treatment and after retention. The overjet and overbite has been improved. The recurrence of the crowding was not observed. The lateral view shows good intercuspation because of the denture recovery was accomplished. Upper and lower arch hole has also been stable. The flaring of the upper central incisors was corrected and the lower incisors were uprighted, resulting in a good profile improvement. I think there are 2 keys to stability. First of all, it is solid occlusion. But solid occlusion was not obtained right after debonding. Solid occlusion is produced by the denture recovery in retention period. Second key is neutral zone. As you know, anterior teeth were located between the tongue and lips. The anterior teeth were pressed back side by tongue and outside by lips together. Normally, the pressure force tongue and lips are balanced and the teeth are stable. But in the anterior protrusion case or the open bite case, the patient has not ability to use the anterior teeth. As a result, the patient lip pressure is weaker than the tongue's pressure and cannot keep the neutral zone well. Therefore, it is important the patient must strengthen his lips and to create a neutral zone. Once again, I think that the active treatment makes up the properties alignment and the function of the mastication improved by the muscular training during the retention period. So, I think that the retention period combined with muscular training is as important as the active treatment to accomplish the whole orthodontic treatment. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you.